Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of Bellrock's Market View. Today I'm going to talk about the current market situation and about the current correction, what you should look at, and about the stocks which were on last week's watch list. So stay tuned. Let's start with SPY. So SPY has been consolidating for the past 2 weeks. We saw a little bit of correction right here. And then after that, it looked for a little bit like it's going to make another high. It's reclaimed for a while, for just a couple of days right here, the moving averages, but it couldn't hold. And we saw right here on Friday that it closed the first time below the 50 EMA, which is this line right here. And this basically, guys, means that we could see a little bit more of a correction. So we still hold those support levels, this breakout here, as you can see, which is the exact support level to 328. But then again, we closed below the 50 EMA. If we are not able to hold this support level, I'm expecting to see a little bit more pullback, which would be the 200 EMA right here, and which would be, of course, great for us to see some more opportunities, some more stocks which we can start watching and buying. So I'm just patiently waiting. It is very important to understand, guys, the market cycles. So we've been here in the past in a huge bull run. We saw here we were already around this RSI level at an overextended level, which was the 17.5 RSI. And we saw here in the past days since August, of course, extremely overextension with 82 RSI. So therefore, this pullback is normal. It is healthy to see some kind of a pullback like that. And also, I just want to mention that such kind of pullbacks normally occur September or October. This is happening in the past years a lot, and now especially with the current election, I am expecting to see a little bit more of a pullback September and October, which is healthy and pretty much normal. And it is important to understand those cycles and not to start aggressively buying at this point. I've seen, unfortunately, a lot of people started aggressively buying right here around those levels. Guys, try to stay patient right here. This is not a good setup to buy right here. You don't have a lot of edge. I would prefer to wait for more pullback if I'm willing to size in for more pullback around the 200 moving average, maybe see some real setup right there, which would give me just more risk reward setups, or setups with more reward potential. And therefore I am patiently waiting. I am not scaling into any positions right now. So let's take a look at the Qs as well. Qs, as you already know, guys, it's been extremely overextended right here. Just look at the chart. It's been since the corona crash, it just went completely parabolic right here. It couldn't stop the melt up. Therefore, it is pretty much normal to see some more correction. All those techs are extremely overbought, so I'm trying to stay away of that sector right now. I am looking at some stocks, of course, but I am definitely not buying. And if I'm having some positions here and there, they're really small positions. It is important to understand not to scale in right now, because otherwise you would probably going to get smoked and you are not going to make any money. And in worst case scenario, you are going to give back a lot of your profits. So let's take a look at the current levels. As we see here, this is as well a support level here, the 264 and 75 area. And then we were able to hold this area, but similar to SPY, we just closed the first time below the 50 EMA. Therefore, this makes me think that we're going to test the 200 EMA. It would be great, in my opinion, because we're going to see some more opportunities in this sector, and it's pretty much normal after that huge bull run to see some more pullbacking and consolidation. It would be great if we see this. Therefore, I am very patiently waiting here for some setups. I'm not going to buy at those levels. Like I said, with SPY, I expect to see actually a deeper pullback, especially going into now September, October. It is happening like almost every year that we see pullbacks during those months. So I'm waiting and would start to position myself as soon as I see some deeper pullback and some better risk-reward setups. So IWM has been similar, of course not that strong as you already know, but we are here around the 200 moving average. We tested it right here on the 11th of September, I mean, and then we are trying to reclaim that moving averages right now here. So it is looking a little bit stronger compared to the other two indexes. It is same thought on this index as well. Just try to stay patient, see some better risk-reward setups before jumping into any kind of setup, just based on action or fear of missing out in worst-case scenario. So let's take a look at the stocks which I was looking at last week and which were on my watch list. One of the stocks was COUP. COUP is a great stock in my opinion. It's in the tech sector, software. Of course, it is now important to understand that the tech sector is pulling back a lot. All those big names which made us some great profits are pulling back harder, are pulling back a lot. And this basically means you have to stay patient with those FANG names. You cannot just blindly jump into those. But still, I like that stock. It's been overextended for a while. Therefore, it is pretty much normal that we see pullback like this. Right now, it is consolidating around the 237 area. And I hope that we are going to see a little bit more of consolidation and base right here. And if we see that, and if we reclaim one more time the moving averages, I'm going to take a look and see if we get some great setup opportunities and position myself probably. Now let's take a look at the other stock. This was TEAM. We've traded TEAM already a couple of times this year for a swing trade, me and some of the subscribers of my free watch list. So TEAM has been for me a great stock. I started my position around here. I know some people started around here, which was still a great risk-reward setup. And we had this run into the resistance area. And after that, the stock just stopped here, made a new high, but couldn't continue to go up. And therefore, it is very important, guys, to understand that those support and resistance areas are the areas where you should start scaling in and out of your position. So if you are in this setup, it's important to sell some of your profits, realize some of the profits, because look what happened. If you would have stayed during this whole situation and area here, you would have given all your profits back, because the stock just dropped to the initial entry price, to the initial support area, and you don't want to find yourself in a position where you have some nice gains and then you're giving it all back because the market is correcting and dropping. Therefore, important to understand those current levels. It is important to understand the market cycles, and that you should scale out around resistance levels like this level. We've talked about that a couple of times. Right now the stock is still consolidating, trying to build a base one more time here. As I said, based on the current market situation, I'm going to wait patiently for a great risk-reward setup. I'm not jumping into this stock right now, but I'm keeping that an eye just in case if we start to still see some reclaiming of the EMAs, and if the market is with us and supporting us during this time, like trying to go up again, then I'm going to think about building a position here. The next one was RKT, which is an IPO. I like this stock as well. It has some great growth potential in my opinion, but right now we don't have a setup, so it is still consolidating right here around the 200 moving average. It tried to close below, but it couldn't. So for this stock, I'm waiting, same thing like the other stocks, waiting to see some more consolidation and reclaiming of those EMAs right here. And if I see that, I'm for sure going to decide if I'm going to start a new position and build a new position into that stock. So that's it, guys. I'm going to send out my watch list in a couple of hours. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe at sylviabellrock.com. I am sending my top 3 stocks for the week. Every week I have fundamental and technical analysis of those stocks. And if you want to learn something new and see how I'm trading, what I'm looking at, just make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to my channel as well, and give me a like button if you like this video. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.